Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you are watching this. Welcome to Mentor Mornings, my friends, where I share wisdom from people more experienced than myself to help you own your day and fuel your journey. And what we're going to be talking about today is finding your path. Are you looking to create a business, to take your idea into fruition? Welcome to one of the first parts of the Art of Creation series, where we're going to be going through how to take an idea and turn it into a tangible business where you're earning money. The goal, the problem to solve, is that right now, maybe you're experiencing a lack of freedom. The outcome, where we're going, is that hoping to help you create freedom inside of your life by creating a business that can sustain your income and take you to that place. If you don't know, my name is Nate Prince, and I am glad that you are here. So let's jump right into it. So, the foundation for starting to create a business, the foundation for finding your path forward, first starts with something that I've been speaking about for a very long time. If you go back and you look at the Mentor Morning playlist, you'll see lots of videos about harnessing certain abilities, skills, tangible things inside of your life to help you move into this next realm. And so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in this area because I've already done that. There are almost hundreds of videos about that subject. So let's just cover them briefly, and then from now on, when we go on in this series, we're going to get into a lot more tangible things inside of your life. Today, though, is tangible. I promise you, you're going to pull something away from this where you can take action today to start moving in this direction. The goal is to take those ideas that you have, those brilliant ideas that pop into your mind that you may feel excitement about for like maybe a day, maybe even 2 days, maybe even a week. But then that excitement, that inspiration, that drive seems to disappear. And then you're back into the same old experience that you were having before that idea. What we want to do is we want to take those flashes of inspiration, those brilliant ideas that you have had, and turn them into something tangible. Follow them as far as they can go to bring you freedom inside of your life. So, okay, the foundation, when we look at what it takes in order to take a business or take your idea into creation, there's like this base level that we have to start at. And that foundation is that we have to have our body in order. And maybe not have to, but we have to have our body in order so that our mind is clear. And the reason why I say that is that in order to do this, our mind focuses on what hurts. If you think about your body and where you're at, you don't really think about your body going through a day by day basis unless there is a pain, unless there is something that is directing your focus. So if you imagine yourself back in grade school, and you're in front of the teacher, and the teacher asks you to direct your attention to something inside of a book, to direct your attention to an idea, notice how you can direct your focus onto whatever it is that you're being asked to focus on. That's the power of directing our awareness. And when our body is in pain, when our body is not functioning correctly, then our attention, our focus is shifted towards that. And when we think about our attention, when we think about our focus, imagine it on like a scale. So we have only a certain amount of focus, only a certain amount of attention that we can give to any particular thing at any particular time. When we are trying to bring an idea, something from our imagination, a creation, into reality and turn it into something that's tangible, that requires a great amount of focus and attention. And if we are diverting 20 or 30% to something within our body, something within our mind that's stealing that energy or the chi that we have, then we're not going to be able to direct as much attention or focus to this creation that we're trying to bring into the world. And this is the reason why I bring up first, the foundational part is bringing the body, mind, spirit complex into as much order as we possibly can. And this is something that we can do. That sounds like a complicated subject, but really what it is it can be quite quite simple. Now, I know that if your body is sick, if a person's body is ill, that takes a tremendous amount of focus and a tremendous amount of energy to heal. And I do not recommend pursuing an idea of creation or trying to bring something into the world like that while we're focused on healing. So, like for a relation, when I had my cannabis business, I was suffering from a tremendous amount of brain fog. I couldn't remember numbers. I couldn't remember names when I was trying to, like, I didn't want to communicate with people. I didn't want to look them in the eyes just because, like, my brain just I felt like I was operating like behind a curtain. And so I dedicated a tremendous amount of focus to healing my body and understanding the brain and brain fog and how I could go about healing that through neuroscience, through minerals, through supplementation, in order to have a clear mind again, to build that energy and that drive, that thing inside of us that really helps us, create inside of the world. Having clarity, having a powerful body, building that energy, it's very important to help us continue moving forward, because if our mindset is not right, if our mindset is lacking or suffering because of something internal, then our ability to create something successful and ultimately achieve that freedom that we're after, we're going to be pulling attention away. So I kind of feel like I beat on that enough. And the reason is because, guys, that this is the absolute foundation, is that to create, we have to have the energy to do so. All else will follow that. All else will follow energy. So, a way to look at this inside of our life is that there's this theory that our outer life, what we have around us, is a representation of our inner life. So when you look at somebody who is suffering a great deal from depression or anxiety, do they have neat and clean houses? As a general rule of thumb. As a general rule of thumb, do they have neat and clean houses? And I can tell you from my experience, the answer is no. Is that somebody who's suffering a great deal does not have a clean house. So I ask you, what does the inside of your car look like? How does the inside of your car look like, or how does the inside of your bedroom look? So the first step, what we can do is if we can make changes inside of our outer environment, then that can affect our inner environment. And so I would say that the first step is to clear the clutter. Go into your room, clean up. Go into your bedroom, clean up. As you're thinking about this, and maybe you can go over and consider old ideas and start making a list of ideas that you have or you've had in the past that you think would make a great business or opportunity going forward. By the way, guys, if you appreciate this video, could you please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you have not already, and share if you feel it is worthwhile. All right, so that is it. And one thing I want to say is, when you think about, here's a story that I have. Cleaning up laundry off of my floor. I have a bad habit of leaving my clothes on the floor and my wife's always on me. Pick up your clothes, pick up your clothes. And so I've tried to make a habit of not leaving clothes on the floor and putting them where they belong, in the dirty laundry hamper. And something that is kind of funny, though, when you think about it, is that when you go through and you're cleaning up, say, clothes, or you're going through pockets on jackets, sometimes you find money, don't you? Sometimes you find a dollar bill or a 10 or a 50 stashed away inside of your pocket. And isn't that a neat kind of representation of what happens when we start to clear the clutter? Sometimes we make room for, or we discover, hidden nuggets of treasure by cleaning our environment, by keeping our environment neat and clean. And so, a lot of us are we're working and just stuff is everywhere. And when we're like that, I'm guilty. I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm guilty of this. It's a constant struggle for me to try to keep my area clean. When we're working like that, we're not going to be as effective. Remember this thing about focus, about the energy, the focus of awareness. If we have clutter, our focus of awareness is distracted and it's not pinpointed like a laser. So what I recommend today, guys, is the first step in your journey to the art of creation is to go forward inside of a space that is important to you. Your office, your bedroom, your vehicle, where you work, and clear the clutter, my friends. So I will see you tomorrow on Mentor Morning's Art of Creation, and we will dive into the next phase of the foundation of what it takes in order to take your idea into a place of reality, ultimately to help you gain freedom, my friends. Until tomorrow, rise unconquered. By the way, hit that like button. Please let people know it's worth watching. All right. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.